Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to RiME. So, we've got what seems here to be a pretty simplistic puzzle. Perhaps it's because I already figured out that these boars like to eat food. And they made it kind of obvious that all we had to do is throw a piece of fruit and the boar would run through the bristles. We made kind of a significant realization. Alright, so if we're gonna use this, then we're gonna figure out how this works. I did not see any kind of platforms like this. This symbol seems to be like a headstone, and the fact that the symbol exists all over the place seems to be an indication of some things. Okay. So that one closed off, which I guess means we have to take this and throw it over there. Okay. It kind of explains why these orbs rolled around a lot, and it explains why these gold edges now exist as a lip to stop the thing from being a pain. Now we need to come back down this direction when we jump down, because there's a collectible there. And we saw a orb thing down at the bottom, but I'm gonna have to run around and look and see where that would need to be placed. Yeah, there was an orb thing right under that waterfall. Meanwhile, the fox is barking at me, perhaps unnecessarily, but yeah, I see it. It doesn't feel like we're gonna unlock any new spirit animals. This seems like this is gonna be pretty simplistic. That was weird to have a drop down. I guess that's probably to stop the ball from leaving this area, because that seems like that's what we're gonna do. What I'm seeing here is a lot of evidence of experimentation that you would see by a small company, a new to the world, new to the development world company that really doesn't have a full understanding of how physics would work while programming into something like Unity, which this feels like this should be a Unity game. Right. Let's take this ball and then put that there, and then that closed that. So let's take this ball, put that there. And I guess they just kind of reset. Let's see. I'm guessing they would reset. So that one closes that mouth. This one lowers this. We need something here. Let's get back to our yas. Like, there's no yawing. Alright, wait. So it seems like if two of them are open at all, then you have a problem. Yeah, it seems like you magically can get a secondary one. Alright. Alright, so here. You can get a secondary one down there, which would remove one. But only when you're carrying one. And I don't feel like I'm gonna bring the orb that is way at the base of that waterfall all the way up here. That seems unrealistic. If there are challenges to that level, that would be kind of crazy. And I don't think we're supposed to climb around the edge here. Okay. So I feel like I've done something that specifically messes this up. So let's do this and put that back there. Let's do this and then put that there and then move this over here. I think that's what we needed to have done. This puzzle's not as obvious as I think it should have been. I'm hitting the wrong button. Because it's B to put something down, and it's X to pick something up. Alright. So now, pick that up and put that over there. But it's also X to place something. Okay. And we get the chimes, and every indication that that was the only solution, and that we really don't need to come back up to this area. Let's see, this time we're going to use this key to line up that key, to line up the tree, to make the tree turn into another key or gate. Seems like that's what we're gonna do. We have one key already on our so the key goes into the keyhole. And that reverses it. It steals it so that we now have two keys. And you can actually even see two keys animated. That's nice. Now, two pathways. One pathway I think will take me the direction I want to go, where the other pathway I think just takes me back to where I was. You can't drop down on this ledge, so I suppose you could also just jump forward if you wanted to. I don't feel like this is gonna get me where I want to go. So I'm wondering if maybe I missed something by going the other direction. I can get back through here. And then I don't have to really solve this puzzle. And I could take this orb and throw it off the edge of the into the ocean, I guess, but that's kind of all I could do with it. See, because if I was to carry it up to this point, I would just be climbing, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to recover it climbing. And this is the ledge we want to go down, but we also want to be careful and make sure we look at everything. So there's, see, that's a little bit brighter and easier to see that that's a place you're supposed to climb, but it's still kind of a challenge. Okay, now this is where I want to jump down, and I don't know if this is far. It's close enough. It doesn't seem like it is. There actually may be no way down. So climb up here. Climb up here. May have to just go the full route. By the looks of it, that seems to be the case. Looks like you might be able to make a keyhole in that mountain. Is there something? If I jump over here, nope. This game in particular seems to not allow for free movement. Solve a puzzle twice, I guess. That's pretty much all we can do. Well, this isn't fun. Let's see. Yeah, they made that bounce specifically so it wouldn't succeed in tossing things. That's the wrong one. I guess maybe if I took one of these orbs down to the next area, down to the lower area, maybe I could do something with that to have both the orbs in place in the lower section, but I still don't think that would really do anything. I'm really stretching this game now. Oh. So I can't really tell why the edges went downward like that, but for just completionist's sake, I guess we'll see what that does. So that would just put me back to where I was. So we've got a couple places we could go investigate. But I also kind of wonder if there's maybe one more ability that we're going to learn, or one more thing. There we have another cloaked person with the fox. They're standing right next to each other, so they seem to be working together. And then you have a sphinx, which again, that would be an indication that this entire land is some kind of graveyard, memorial. And here we have another mural, which this is probably the only story we're going to get. A mural of a boy with a cape on the shore and a king crying. And I feel like that's just the end of the island. So let's just ask a question here. How could I have missed so much? Like, as the music's speeding up and trying to make me go in that direction. Like, seriously, how did I miss so much? On the island. That mural maybe implies that we are reincarnated, or we are dead, and this is the afterlife. I wonder also if the game is going to get more bright if we went back to the starting areas. Okay. So there was a cave here, and we don't really have any new abilities. And there's not really a ledge to climb up here. Finding toys, finding outfits, finding toys and outfits would be an indicator that this might be some kind of afterlife scenario. We know there's a collectible in there. So the way to get to that collectible in some roundabout way must be with the orb that is way down below. Well, there's just two things right next to each other, which is also a possibility. So we're looking for a platform. That's what we're looking for. And I wouldn't be surprised if the platform is actually right next to where the orb we found was, and I just overlooked it. We haven't done anything with these orbs that in any other way was very puzzly. We just picked them up and threw them and then placed them. So here's an orb. We can't jump with them. We can't swim with them. Have we seen any other platform Okay. The ha makes it explode. We've learned something new. Oh, it also makes fire explode. So we learned something new there. So these are little orbs of something. I don't think we're just trying to irritate starfish though. And I don't really see a reason why I should just believe that some firefly is sitting in the map. Would be a hint to something. I don't want to get too close to the water and accidentally drop this. The fact that there's this thing over here and we haven't figured out what that is, I think is probably the best indicator that we should ha with the orb. Did it. Did something. Did something for half a second. There. Yeah, I don't know if that's maybe just an Easter egg. And we've got some jellyfish that are gonna block us from swimming that direction, which I'm not super surprised by that. So either we swim too far out in one area, or we swim and see. The orb can't be. I could toss it, certainly. I could toss it up there and then carry it higher, but I don't know where it goes. Yeah, I'm struggling to think about all the areas previous, and it really could be anywhere where there's a platform. I don't think it is the yelling ability that's needed, although maybe it is. So we need to leave this area anyways. So I'm gonna take this with me and just see how far I can go with it. If there's some finite location or distance that we can travel. Did I miss an edge here? No. I'm going the right way. Right, so X to throw. It won't let me throw. Right. X. I honestly don't think he has enough throwing power. Yeah, he doesn't have enough reach. So unless this was supposed to just be a ha for those two lights, like I can barely even get it over that ledge. Alright, I'm just gonna try this. Yeah, it did nothing. There's something I'm missing. Clearly. There's a couple things I'm missing, clearly. And just gonna have to deal with those. Alright, which way is the way back up? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to risk ending the game. Like, and notice it's sunlight out right now. We'll see if it's still sunlight by the time I get to the tower. I know I missed stuff. In these two things we've missed in this previous area, but that might just boil down to we need more abilities. This is a lot prettier in the daytime than it is in the nighttime. Now we've seen 2 cutscenes in this game. This is very, very reminiscent of Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. I'm actually controlling this, which I guess is fine. This door. I think you walk in this door and then there's no going back. So do I want to run around the island looking for collectibles, or do I just want to hope that there's, like, I don't think it's worth it, frankly. Maybe there will be a New Game Plus mode or something. But yeah, we are now trapped in the final section of the game, which, in all fairness, they made that pretty obvious. We've unlocked 2 outfits of potentially 6. We've found 2 out of a small collection of toys, and we've not found any other emblems, which just tells me that the emblems are probably way more challenging. It could be the case, you know, that this isn't the end of the game, and this is just the end of the first level, and I'm just playing particularly slow. That might be it, but I kind of question that. But there would be an argument for that, certainly, because yeah, I could definitely not jump down there. We really haven't found another spirit animal, and the first emblem is around 1 spirit animal. So here we have a moon, and a statue, and a ball, which I don't know if this ball is just kind of moving under its own accord, or oh, it is straight up controlling daytime and nighttime. Okay. So a time manipulation mechanism. Cool. Maybe that would play a role in the entire island. I know Myst at one point, one of the Myst games had a time manipulation mechanism. It was pretty awesome. What's interesting is a full 360 does not seem like it's lighting up the place every time. Okay, let's do this. Perhaps I'm supposed to be standing here. Yeah. Thought for a second there I got turned into a shadow creature. I'm like, oh yeah, I just killed myself, didn't I? Alright. I don't know how much more there's gonna be here. Looks like either that's the tree or that's a bunch of very large clothed observers looking at me. I guess maybe that's just a tree with something red to the left of it. Looking at the rest of the island. Yeah, it's an island. It's got a minimal amount of things. Looking around these edges here, I don't feel like I'm gonna get over there on that ledge. I don't feel like I'm gonna get over to that ledge. I would have preferred a sundial that you spun instead of a ball, because the ball is really just rolling on its own accord, but it's not really rolling at any kind of fixed pace to the sun or anything like that. Looks like there's a red hooded character at the edge here also, and we'll just go maybe a little bit late here to see if this is the end of the game. Like, even if this was the end of the game, I kind of am questioning whether I maybe just want to play another playthrough, if there is a new game playthrough, if there's some indicator or helpful bit that would tell us, yes, we are done. Yes, where the other collectibles are. That's what we need. This is a giant throne, and the hooded guy. That went in full circle. Okay. We've got a bunch of glowing paint. Do we touch the door? No, you just have to walk rather close to it. So that's something new. So there could be some glowing paint sections in the world later on. I didn't see anything like that to begin with. Since this game is short, I'm kind of wondering if this is just, this is your end, this is your cutscene. I did see these. So we found one of those at the beginning of the game. And behind there is a shortcut of something. There's like nothing in this room. It's just getting the flames brighter. Which maybe throughout the entire island, that's what I needed to do. It's just a lot of hawing next to flames. Can I walk over here? Yes. Doesn't seem like there's a cave in here. Oh, there is. But again, this is just a blocked area. Seems like we may just have to run around the entirety of the rim here, lighting up flames. Like, here's a flame that's not lit at all, but it's a place where a flame could be. And yet, doesn't seem like there's anything there. We can't crouch down or roll. Wow. Like, you know this game was going to have some kind of action in it. You don't have a B roll button in a game like this when there's no action at all as far as fighting creatures. So yeah, this really feels like it ran out of funding. It's another place that guess we would need to light up somehow. This is where all the wind is going. This is taking me somewhere completely different. Did I start here, or am I coming out on the other side? I don't know. But I do know we've been going long enough. It seems unlikely that we are that quickly to the end. Let's see, if we look at the toys, there's a pig toy, which could be one of the two pig puzzles we've seen, or a future pig puzzle. There's a boat toy. We've seen nothing that indicates a boat, so maybe we'll unlock a boat. There's a wind chime toy. We haven't seen any wind chimes. There's a pinwheel toy. We haven't really seen any pinwheels. And then there's some nondescript toy that I can't even recognize. Furthermore, we still have a ton of emblems. I don't think I missed what would have been 14 emblems in this game. I play a little bit more thoroughly than that, and the island was not that large in the first place. And we also have none of the lullabies, none of the keyholes. Well, we only have the first lullaby, and none of the gallery. That makes me think that there's a lot more to this game, even if we are about to end the game. I'm hoping that maybe it leaves you on the island to find collectibles after you finish the story, or maybe a new game plus, or maybe this is a game where you go in cycles. That would be kind of crazy though, if it was like, we want you to play this game 5 times in a row, but the puzzles will be exactly the same, and you'll just be looking for collectibles that weren't there the first time, or you're finding collectibles based on new abilities that you've learned. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.